Hi, my name is Bear, and let's start this Steam Winter Sale video with Fallout 4. Actually, Fallout 3, which is discounted as well, and Fallout 4 are about the same. If you played those several years apart, I can guarantee that it felt like you picked up where you just left. Slight improvement in graphics, different quests, but the main idea and the feeling in Fallout 4 is exactly like in Fallout 3. Both games even come to an end unexpectedly quickly and leave you with a feeling that you have been robbed. Speaking in general, Fallout 4 is a great game. Last year I bought all the DLCs and played the game again, and I wasn't disappointed. It's even better now. Little Nightmares 2. You'll return to a world of charming horror, a suspense-adventure game in which you play as Mono, a young boy trapped in a world that has been distorted by the humming transmission in the distance. With Six, the girl in the yellow raincoat, as your guide, you set out to discover the darkest secrets of the signal tower. Your journey won't be easy. You will face a host of terrible threats from the horrific residents of this world. So check the status of your mental balls, the hardness, the texture, and dive into the world of horrors. And quirkiness. This game is weird, to say the least, but it is one of the best platformers you will ever play, I can guarantee you that. Also, if you somehow missed the first part, which is equally good, keep in mind that it is discounted as well, and it is even cheaper. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. From now on, this edition has been enhanced with numerous visual and technical improvements, including vastly improved level of detail, a range of community-created and newly developed mods, and real-time ray tracing. Also new features and items, including built-in photo modes, swords, armor, and outfits inspired by the Witcher Netflix series, all implemented with the power of modern PCs in mind. But if you play with a potato instead, it's not a problem. Minimum requirements are not that high. Also, this deal must be really interesting for those who never played the game, never finished it, or played only the base game of The Witcher 3, because Game of the Year edition contains everything that was officially released over the years, including both DLCs, concept art, music tracks, and so on. By the way, Blood and Wine DLC is huge, a 20-hour tale with an enormous separate region, although still smaller than your mama. Alien Isolation. Here you are all alone in a giant space station and a xenomorph is hunting you. You have no guns, you are the prey. Sometimes it can take an hour without an encounter, sometimes you can feel it creeping upon you in the vents, sometimes you can hear it, and sometimes you just die because xenomorph is not some usual monster. It's terrifying. The feeling when you see him launching at you from a distance will put your heart into your heels. It looks and moves in a way which somehow invokes the primal fear in your brain. To play this game you will have to have huge mental balls, because with time you may get used to the alien, you may get used to hiding and even to jump scares, but when the game guides you to the alien nest, and it's the only way to go, you will only wish that you had not 2 balls, but at least 4, or more likely 7. Dying Light Definitive Edition. This is a great deal which includes the full game and a huge expansion with a new story, vast original map, and a customizable buggy to drive. Also 2 additional game modes, 2 additional quarantine zones, exclusive weapons and outfits. The game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and that makes at least 95% of players happy with their purchase. Anyway, here you'll have to survive in a city ravaged by, obviously, zombie virus and freely roam around basking in its unique atmosphere. You will also use parkour skills to jump or climb buildings and reach remote areas. But the most dramatic shift in the world comes at the sundown as you change from a hunter to a hunted. That is a terrifying experience and you would never leave the safe zone at night, but the best quests and rewards await you only when the darkness falls. Celeste. This epic platformer has won the Game Awards in its category in 2018. Overwhelmingly positive reviews still decorate its Steam page, and judging by the 97% of positiveness among all time and among new reviews, it ain't going nowhere. This is a narrative-driven single-player adventure with a charming cast of characters and a touching story of a self-discovery. You'll climb a massive mountain teeming with 700 screens of hardcore platforming challenges and devious secrets. If you have a nostalgic itch for platformer games, Celeste will scratch it without a doubt, and people on Steam are talking that this game will teach you how relaxing is to die over and over again. And yes, here you will die more than in Dark Souls, but that is okay, your mental health is strong, right?
Mental health who?
I don't know, never had one, shut up. Strange Horticulture. Here you'll find and identify new plants, pet your cat, speak to a coven or join a cult. Use your growing collection to influence the story and unravel dark mysteries. You are a citizen of a charming town surrounded by hag-infested forests and rugged mountains. You are the horticulturist, owner of a local plant store. As a cast of colorful customers come by to your shop, you are quickly thrust into a occult mystery stretching back hundreds of years. Explore the lands beyond your store to find new plants, but be careful. The dark woods and lakes are not always friendly to a simple herbalist. You might discover powers beyond your wildest dreams or lose your mind completely. The game has an overwhelmingly positive review score and it's a true masterpiece. If you like interesting non-cliché stuff, it's a must-play for you. Dead by Daylight. This is a multiplayer 4 vs 1 horror game, where one player takes on the role of the savage killer and the other 4 players play as survivors trying to escape the killer and avoid being caught, tortured and killed. Survivors play in third person and have the advantage of better situational awareness. You know, when you go near the corner of the house, you can see what is happening without exposing your silly face, and the killer plays in first person. I personally think that this concept came from studying nature. Various zebras and antelopes have peripheral vision and the predators are best at seeing what's in front of them, so they took this concept and implemented it here. Anyway, the survivor's goal in each encounter is to escape the killing ground without getting caught by the killer, something that sounds easier than it is, especially when the environment changes every time you play. And if you play as a killer, you must help survivors to escape safely, except not. Hollow Knight. This is a classic 2D adventure platformer game. Here you will explore twisting caverns, ancient cities and deadly wastes. Encounter battle-tainted creatures, befriend bizarre bugs and solve ancient mysteries at the kingdom's heart. Game is hard and it's often compared to Dark Souls. Keep that in mind before you fall in love with those lovely graphics. They're quite deadly. If you don't like bugs, you will get your chance to kill a few hundred of them or, you know, be killed by them. Yeah, that is way more likely. There are a lot of bug-like different creatures infesting these lands and only you can exterminate them with your gaming skills. In the game you'll find plenty of good bugs as well, so I don't know what this game teaches us. I guess be friends with friends and be enemies with enemies?
Wisdom, yay!
The Forest. How strong are your balls? I guess this is not the question you hear every day, although if you do, you live in a weird place and you should literally get out of there. But this game will raise this question for you over and over again, because alongside the sandbox spot where you cut trees, build cute houses, lay traps and free roam this beautiful world, there is a cannibal part of the game, where you have to defend yourself against a clan of genetic mutant enemies that have beliefs, families, morals, and that appear almost human. Nights are scary in the forest, you'll need tough ones. Disco Elysium, the final cut. This is one of the greatest role-playing experiences you will ever have, but play it only if you like reading a lot and like games without combat. You will not find any here. Well, I mean combat that is not a result of your dialogue choices. Your character will do things automatically based on the decisions you make, and the game allows you to do everything you want, and I mean it. For example, when you meet some annoying child who is cursing at you, you may want to punch him in the face, or, you know, even to kill him because down below you are evil, and the Disco Elysium gives you those options, which is kinda scary because suddenly you may realize that you just wanted to test the game, but instead you actually made the decision that will have grim consequences. Well, on some of those occasions, the game just ends. You may see the end screen without even playing an hour. Overall, Disco Elysium has 3 different main endings and 12 unique game overs. So always, and I mean always, think twice before doing something stupid, and then think twice while playing Disco Elysium. Because no matter how stupid the decision you want to make is, the game may just let you do it. Dorfromantik. This is a relaxing building strategy and puzzle game in which you place tiles to create ever-growing, idyllic village landscapes. With Dorfromantik, you can immerse yourself in a quiet, peaceful world at any time and take a break from everyday life, which usually sucks. At the same time, the game offers a challenge for those who are looking for one. To beat the high score, you need to carefully plan and strategically place your tiles, so you again will use that tiny organ between your ears. And it's good for you to take a break from killing countless zombies, riding dragons, and hunting Bigfoot. It somehow reminds me of a tabletop game named Carcassonne. If you like that, you will love this game as well, and vice versa. Tales of Iron. Set in a grim land plagued by war, this game is hand-drawn RPG adventure with a punishingly brutal combat. As an heir to the Rat Throne, you must restore your broken kingdom by banishing the merciless Frog clan and their ferocious leader. As you explore the deceivingly charming world, you will encounter a cast of unique companions ready to aid you in your adventure, and you'll need all the help you can get, because, to be honest, you suck, and with companions, you suck less. So any help is great, whether that's a new meal recipes, blueprints to forge deadly weapons and armor, or even a land-chugging, armor-plated mall-mobile. Game has 90% of positive reviews on Steam, so it's really hard to make a mistake with this one. Factory Town. This is a real treat for automation-based building and sandbox fans. You'll create a giant factory using conveyor belts, trains, chutes, pipes, and airships. You can sell your goods to nearby villages to expand their borders, increase happiness, and unlock better skills. As your earnings rise, you can research new technology to improve your supply chains and grow your civilization. There's no enemies or starvation to worry about, so you can enjoy a stress-free logistics challenge to maximize production and happiness. A perfect game for a calm evening with your mother-in-law. People on Steam are talking that this is a hybrid between Banished and Factorio, and everyone who had low expectations with the game were surprised with what they actually got. I especially like the one comment on Steam stating that the game is kinda chill but gets repetitive. He has 440 hours on record. I wish every game I ever played was this repetitive. Battlefleet Gothic, Armada 2. If you like epic space battles, this may be a jam. Armada 2 is not a small game by any means. It includes 12 factions and 3 extensive campaigns that will take about 40 hours to finish. People on Steam are talking that the gameplay here is great and the tactical naval spaceship battles are really entertaining to plot, strategize, and then wage on. But quite a few people are complaining about constant crashes. Some of them can't go past even the first intro cinematic, so it seems that buying this game might be a gamble, an Orcish roulette in other words. Anyway, 78% of the reviews are positive, so here your chances of winning are way better than gambling in the casino. Also remember, if you don't have 2 hours of gameplay, you can refund the game. Cities Skylines. This is an amazing city building experience, the true successor of SimCity but with all the benefits old school games never had. And it's entirely up to you if your city has a school, or maybe you decide to grow a city of dimwits. Factory in the middle of Central Park? Why not if you're not afraid of people's disapproval? But hey, since when mighty rulers are afraid of something, build a city of prisons, show them who's the boss, then stretch your waste disposal pipes directly to the ocean, make a beach nearby and watch what happens, or build a utopia where everyone is happy and nice to each other. It's entirely up to you how you decide to deal with this. Maybe summon a tornado or an asteroid. That's if you own DLCs for that. This game is littered with them, so be careful, it's a black hole for your wallet. Also, I must warn you that this game is highly addictive and will consume tons of your free time. Make sure you have it. Quern, Undying Thoughts. This is a first-person puzzle-adventure game inviting you on a journey to explore the beautiful land and solve many challenges. Here you will put your IQ to the test with the increasingly complex puzzles and unravel the mysteries of the island. Remember Myst? So it's quite the same. It's really original and solving one or another puzzle is really rewarding feeling. People are talking that Quern is one of the best puzzle games they have ever played. It also has 91% of positive reviews, just like your sister, and the bad ones are mostly about the technical issues. People don't realize that you should check your graphic card drivers all the time. Anyway, this is a great game, really worth your money even when not on a sale. Alan Wake. On Steam it has 90% of positive reviews and on GOG it has scored 4.3 out of 5. And while Alan Wake is a bit older game, it only means that it stood the trials of time really well. It is presented in a style of TV series and features action as well as storytelling sequences. As you dive deeper and deeper into the mystery, you'll face overwhelming odds, plot twists and cliffhangers. Yeah, cliffhangers in a game, that's cool. It's only by mastering the fight with light combat mechanic that you can stay one step ahead of the darkness that spreads across the land in this psychological action thriller. I should probably say that this is a full version of the game, with all the DLCs, improved resolution and all other stuff you don't really care about if you never play the game. It's good, I do recommend it. Expeditions Viking. game description says, a small band of Norse warriors lands on the shores of England. History may have forgotten their names, but their actions live on. Well, I should probably say that the actions Vikings made in real-life England involved a lot of pillaging and other crimes. So romantic. TV series named Vikings, and later an even better and even more epic TV show named Norsemen teached us about that really well. Game has very positive reviews on Steam, but there are also quite a few comments saying that the game is a bit too slow, you know, just like your sister. So be careful, read those comments before buying. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. This is a massive, challenging action RPG that drops players into a vast open world full of different creatures and characters. The game was a bit underrated when it initially came out, but now Dragon's Dogma is regaining its glory, and I've heard that second part is in the works as well. The game shares its open nature with games like Horizon and Witcher 3, but has more strategy and more dynamic fights. It is a tougher game in general, but if you like to explore the open world and love fantasy games, you will probably like this game as well. Gamers are talking that this is an underrated gem that is a must-play for every open-world RPG fan. So if you like this video, there is another. Click on it and you will enjoy even more short reviews of the games I have made specifically for this Steam Winter Sale event. Also, subscribe, you know that you like it here. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.